Imagine this. You've just been hired for a job where you get to taste food every day, but there's a twist. The food, dog food. That's right. Some people actually get paid to taste pet food. It may sound strange, but this job is more common than you might think, and it's not as glamorous as it sounds. It involves science, safety, and a deep understanding of both human and animal nutrition. In today's video, we're diving into the world of pet food tasters, the unsung heroes who make sure your dog's kibble or wet food is safe, nutritious, and even tasty. We'll explore how one gets into this odd job, what it actually entails, and why people are willing to take on such a strange but essential role in the pet food industry. The job of a pet food taster is exactly what it sounds like. Someone who tastes pet food to ensure it meets the required quality, flavor, and nutritional standards. Now, before you picture someone chomping down on dog biscuits or slurping up wet food from a can, let's clarify something important. Pet food tasters do not actually eat the food like you or I would eat our meals. Instead, they sample the food in small amounts to check for things like texture, taste, and smell, often spitting it out afterward. So why would anyone take on a job like this? Well, it turns out that pet food companies take pet nutrition and flavor very seriously. Just like human food, manufacturers have taste testers to make sure their products are appealing. Pet food companies need to make sure their products taste good to pets. After all, a pet's satisfaction with their food is key to customer satisfaction. If your dog refuses to eat a certain brand, chances are it's because the food doesn't taste right or isn't up to snuff in terms of texture or aroma. But how does someone become a pet food taster? You might be surprised to learn that pet food tasting isn't just about being someone who loves animals or has a strong stomach. There's a lot of science behind it. The role of a pet food taster usually requires a background in food science, nutrition, or even sensory analysis. These experts have the knowledge to evaluate the complex factors that make up a product, from the texture of dry kibble to the flavor profiles of wet food. It's a highly specialized job, often requiring formal training. Pet food tasters are trained to look for various characteristics in the food. For example, they assess the product's flavor, texture, and scent, considering how those elements would appeal to a pet's senses. Pet food companies want to ensure that the food isn't just nutritious, but also appetizing. After all, pets aren't going to eat food they don't enjoy, no matter how good it is for them. You may be wondering, how does a typical day look for a pet food taster? Well, it's not all about nibbling on kibble all day. Pet food tasters follow a structured process. Typically, they will begin by examining the product. Does it look appealing? Is the color consistent with what's expected? Once they've analyzed the appearance, they'll move on to the texture. Is the kibble crunchy? Does the wet food have a consistent, easy-to-mix texture? The taster will test how the food holds up when chewed and whether it falls apart easily, which could affect a dog's enjoyment while eating. Then there's the taste test. The taster will take a small bite of the food to evaluate its flavor. While they're tasting, they'll assess whether the product has the right balance of flavors that will be appealing to dogs. It's important to note that pet food tasters don't actually swallow the food. They'll spit it out afterward, but they'll describe the experience in terms of texture, flavor, and aroma. It's a delicate process that requires focus and attention to detail. But believe it or not, pet food tasting is about more than just getting the right flavors. It's also about ensuring the food is safe for consumption. Pet food tasters are part of a team that helps ensure the food is free from harmful contaminants. They work alongside quality control specialists to make sure the food complies with health and safety standards. After all, pets rely on their food for nutrition, and any mistake could have serious consequences. These tasters must understand not only flavor, but also the health aspects of pet food. It's also crucial for these tasters to assess how the food smells. We all know that scent plays a huge role in flavor, so understanding the olfactory elements of pet food is essential. The smell can tell a lot about the quality of the ingredients used in the food and whether it will appeal to a dog's sense of smell. The work of a pet food taster doesn't end with taste testing. These professionals are also involved in the development of new products. They collaborate with food scientists, veterinarians, and product developers to create the perfect recipe for dogs. Whether it's designing a new line of organic pet food or developing a new flavor, these tested that